were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. The members of Group A were placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are two things that can increase one's resonance with fields. The first is epiphany, the other is danger. Have you ever been faced with a special difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally your answer suddenly appeared in your mind? It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. Therefore, Hongo set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic, like terms for pitcher and catcher. Oh, the participants had to solve each puzzle before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. More specifically, he had detonated a bomb in the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into life or death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined in a mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and the puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you solve them, transmit the information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink and your brothers and sisters will drown. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything, all of it identical. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts were facing. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems they knew the astronauts were experiencing. Once they had found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. Both would be correct. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through fields. Back from the phone. Ooh, space. Also, I saw the images of this gang. Oh, the gang's pretty cool. The gang is the one at fault of everything. The first time, not this one though. The children in Group A, however, had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. Which is why I think Virtue's last reward is actually the building, but it possibly isn't. I don't know. That is the simplest explanation I can manage. Snake sounded defeated. His half-hearted attempt at derision served only to show how much the story had affected him. Just as Junpei was about to speak. Hey Junpei, Snake, how much longer are you two gonna sit around those bony asses? Because they are made of bones, unlike Seven, who's made of muscle. Get down here already. Seven's voice echoed up from below. Wait, you played Virtual... No, I haven't played Virtual Last Reward, I'm just guessing. Virtual's Last Reward is gonna be Halloween game for next year. Snake took a deep breath and blinked rapidly, as if just waking up from a long nap. He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon. Well, they're Japanese fictional characters. Are they, though? Are they? Yeah, it's 999, Virtual's Last Reward, and,
Zero Time Dilemma.
Zero Time Dilemma. Thank you. But Junpei put an arm to stop him. Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids? Why? Well, I thought it was only 16. Oh, yeah. That is what it said on the news, wasn't it? I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play the nunnery game with any less, could you? Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong? Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, They had not relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. You still like Ace? I think Ace is okay. His character and conception before he goes crazy is really good. There were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was Snake couldn't seem to bring himself to continue. It looked as if though he was about to say brought him great pain. Her name was I knew it! Akane was supposed to be dead. I knew it! I've called it several times that Akane is the girl that is supposed to have died.
You've called many things, though.
Yes, I know. And sadly enough, most of the things I've called are true. I am really good at this thing, and you have to admit that I'm right.
Debatable.
Shut up.
Who was the one that helped lead you to some of these?
Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died.
Ignored.
Junpei felt as if he had been punched in the stomach. His vision went blurry, and his head felt light. He couldn't think straight. Everything was blank. Had Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago? If she had, then who was June? No, that was impossible. It couldn't be true. Akane wasn't an uncommon name. If Snake had known her last name, then that would have been a different matter entirely. So they shared a name. There were many other people who did as well. It meant nothing. It was a different person. Of course it was a different person. It had to be. Junpei shook his head hard and pulled himself back to reality. Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange. Snake had noticed. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm. Oh no, it's nothing, I'm fine. Let's get back down there, alright? Snake raised an eyebrow, but said nothing. He headed down the stairs, Junpei bringing up the rear. I'm trying to remember what happened to June in the previous endings. In one she died?
She dies in 3 of them.
Yeah. She dies in the axe ending,
the submarine ending,
and the knife ending.
Yeah, but she doesn't die in one ending, which was or something happens to her. She just disappears in the
in the
letter.
Yeah,
the letter.
In the safe letter ending. He couldn't bring himself to ask. He told himself he knew the answer already, but he couldn't bring himself to ask what the girl's last name had been. With every step he took, the cold, hard sound of feet against the metal dug at his heart. Yay, more puzzle time. Ooh, different music too. This is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the... Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume.
Sheldrake 5.
Yep. She wasn't dead in the knife though. Junpei got killed first.
The knife?
No, in the knife she was dead.
Okay, I'm trying to go over it. So, the axe ending, Clover takes her bracelet.
I'm sorry, it's just really loud right now, so they can't hear you. It stopped.
Okay, let me try again. So, in the axe ending, Clover takes it from June, so that proves she's dead.
Yes.
2, in the knife ending, he finds her body, cries, and then as soon as he tries to go back, no, is that the submarine ending?
Yeah, that's the submarine ending.
Oh, knife ending is which one again then?
The knife ending is where Junpei finds Lotus and then and he's stabbed.
Oh, and then basically it'd probably be assumed that the killer's gonna go back up and kill everybody else too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Okay, so now apparently we have to examine the output monitor, and I don't know where the fuck that is.
The thing in the center?
Oh. Looks like I bet the letters you type in the keyboard will show up here. But you gotta type something in that keyboard, yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. Guess you need to hit enter once. This is easy though. If I have it, yeah, on top, it's 13. So 9A B. Okay. A is 10. B C D. So it's D E A E. It's dead! Guys, it's dead.
The game's dead? Great job, Fury.
Yep, it's
You
dead.
killed it.
Everything's dead.
You killed it.
Yeah, you did it, Junpei. I mean, it's Junpei, but whatever. Oh, there, don't get too excited. 4 letters. Boom. Definitely. The password was dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. Zed's dead, baby. I mean, come on, we got it unlocked, didn't we? I mean, I guess that's true, yeah. Let's go, hurry up. We only have 2 more rooms. Oh, today's gonna be a long stream, and I have university tomorrow.
I have school stuff I do too, so.
Yeah. I have to write an essay still. I'm gonna edit a PowerPoint presentation. Oh boy. And Junpei and the others slept through it. But no sooner had they done so than the clang of metal on metal rang behind them. Just say you had a crazy Halloween night. Yeah, definitely. They spun around. The door they'd just come through had slammed shut. I mean, this is crazy. This game's insane. Junpei grabbed hold of it with both hands and pulled with all his strength. I mean, at the very least, classes start at 11:30, so, and I can just take my computer and work on it while I'm in class. It looks like it locks automatically. Is there any other way out? I mean, well, there's another door over there on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, so I'm pretty sure it's locked too. But there is a card reader, right? Yeah. Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave? Well, yeah, that might work, but... Hey, wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card? Oh man. They took a second look at the room they found themselves in. Nice. It was filled with piles upon piles of all manner of things. The only word that could describe it was chaotic. And it was like a tornado that had passed through, while the giant who picked up and shaken the entire room a few times. Junpei's heart fell. Clover and Seven looked as though they were about to cry. Well, we can sit down and wait to die if that's what you'd prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find the key card. Oh, and Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. Alright then. Let's begin. Find a way out. Oh, seek a way out. I'm sorry.
Find a way out is virtue or 0 time dilemmas. I believe it says find a way out.
Hey Junpei, isn't this a nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. Yep. We've seen this one before. Not specifically this one. Yeah, that's a nautical table, but... Okay, yeah. Search. Medical table from the study was found in the drafting table. The faded